Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Get ready to bundle up, everybody. My name is Stefan Sundin, Size Eyes meteorologist. Looking at the Size Eye over campus, it is currently dark conditions and fairly calm looking, but don't let that deceive you. It's actually very cold outside. Current temperatures are -2, but it feels like -21 degrees outside. Frostbite could occur in a matter of minutes. And looking at the headlines, like I just said, very cold feels like temperatures in the -20 to -30s. We have overcast conditions this week, not going to see the sun for a while. And lastly, we will not get hit by any or very much snowfall going into this week.
Plus, Adriane has your national forecast. All that and more as this chilly Monday, February 17th edition of Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Jason Carlson, and we will begin with tonight's weather story. On this day in 1992, an F1 tornado touched down 20 miles northwest of Apalachicola, Florida, lifting up a car with 3 occupants inside and slamming it back down on the road several times. The tornado also uprooted several trees and damaged 2 houses. Later that day, a small F0 tornado touched down 19 miles northwest of Apalachicola, Florida, and damaged 2 houses. And now, to discuss more with what's happening around the country, here's Adriane with your national forecast.
Yeah, taking a look at this week, we are expecting those polar plunge temperatures to return along with snowstorm chances. Those also will increase throughout the week. And are we expecting a warm temperature increase? I'll have more after the break.
Beat it. Just beat it.
Just get in and talk about it.
I've got to go home.
Oh, come on, Carrie. We're going to a new place.
She wants to go home, right? Let's go. Whoa! You okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Relax.
What's a few beers?
If you don't stop your friend from drinking and driving, you're as good as dead. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Welcome back. Now let's go to the national forecast with Adriane. So Adriane, do you think I have enough layers on tonight?
No, I honestly don't. How do you feel about cold weather, Jason? Personally, I am not a fan of it, and I am not excited for what's coming up this week.
I am from Minnesota, but this is still a little too cold for me. I might have to go put some more layers on.
Same here, even being from Iowa, I don't even like this temperature. Anyway, taking a look at national weather, we're going to look at the 4 corners. Taking a look at the northeast here, we are sitting in the 30s there in New York, 12 degrees in Toronto, 24 there in Cincinnati. Once we get to the southeast, though, we're a bit warmer, 74 there in Miami. Atlanta, you were at 44 the last time you were feeling like this was about a couple of weeks ago. Memphis, you are there at 40, 54 in Dallas. Looking over here in the southwest, you're feeling the warmest of all, 76 there in Phoenix, 55 in Santa Fe. San Francisco, feeling a lovely 57 degree outside. Taking a look at the northwest, we are sitting in those upper 40s there in Seattle. Boise, you are there at 39. But take a look at this. Look at Billings, Montana. They're at -3. They are a part of this polar plunge topic that we were talking about there earlier. Taking a look at current satellite and radar, we do have a couple of showers out there to the northwest, some snow there in Montana. Looking here in the Midwest, though, we do have some snow in Nebraska and Iowa as well. Even there in northern Kansas, we do have some lake effect snow happening there in the northeast. Again, this should continue to progress here throughout the week as we do see those snowfall chances increase. Looking here by Monday night, we are going to see those snowfall chances, especially there in Nebraska and Missouri as well. Taking a look there in Denver, we are going to see around the 3 to 6 inch range, but once we get into Tuesday morning, that 3 to 6 inch range is going to expand into Kansas. Again, by Tuesday night, It's going to continue to snow all day on Tuesday, so we are going to expect to see those 12 to 18 inch marks there, especially in southern Missouri, Kansas, and northern Oklahoma as well. Once we get into Wednesday afternoon, again, those snow showers should progress to the east, bringing some accumulation there, especially into Kentucky and West Virginia as well. But look at this here. We are going to see that 12 to 18 inch mark there in up north of Carolina there. But once we get into Thursday night, those snow showers should progress, especially there in the northwest as well. But as we're taking a look ahead there, we are going to see those snow showers make their way to the east, maybe some mixed precip there in Oklahoma and northern Texas as well. But once we get into Wednesday morning there, we do see those snow showers and mixed precip make their way to the east, especially in the Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama area. But once we get into Thursday morning, that should clear out. And then we also do see some snow accumulation there into Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky. That system should progress to the east, bringing some snow to New York and Pennsylvania as well, and West Virginia. So again, most of the Northeast and Midwest is not going to have a fun week, even the South as well with that mixed precip by Thursday night. But looking at the week ahead, we're looking at Kansas City, Missouri, and the only reason I'm bringing this forecast city up is because look at this gradient throughout the week. Firstly, we are going to sit in those single digits, 5 degrees, -1 during the night with some snow showers. But once we get into the week here, we are going to reach those doubles. They're in the 20s there by Friday. But once we get into Saturday, you're reaching into almost the 40s there. Again, look at here by Sunday and Monday, we are going to be sitting in those 50s, very different from what we were feeling at the beginning of the week here on Tuesday.
It's time for our trivia question of the evening. What was the coldest temperature ever recorded in Ames, Iowa? Is it A, 33 degrees Fahrenheit, B, 37 degrees, C, 39 degrees, or D, -35 degrees? We'll have that answer for you at the end of the show. Plus, we'll have a look at your Iowa weather after the break.
It only takes a careless moment to turn this into this. Don't let forest fires be your fault. Make sure your fire is dead out.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your Iowa weather with Stefan. So, Stefan, are you going to spend any time outside tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, the only time I'm going to spend outside is the time that I have to spend outside. If you gave me a nickel every time I said shiver me timbers, I would be very rich, because looking at the week ahead, we are in for quite some cold weather. So looking at Si's vantage point on campus, it is pretty dark out there and very calm, but don't let that deceive you. We have very cold temperatures going on currently. And we have, so throughout the day, started at -15 degrees, yikes, then getting to -2 currently now, and we are currently below 32 degrees Fahrenheit for this average time of year. Looking at the temperatures across the state of Iowa, of course, we have our cold temperatures up to the north and our warmer temperatures to the south. Burlington sitting at 3 degrees, and in central Iowa, Ames currently at -3. And then considering the wind chills, we get even colder, -23 in Mason City in the north, and going to the south again, we see those warmer temperatures, but I wouldn't call those very warm. And because it is so cold, the National Weather Service has issued an extreme cold warning across most of the state, along with an extreme cold watch in a couple of counties in southern Iowa. So definitely bundle up, because you could get frostbite in a matter of minutes. Looking at the winds, they are coming out of the northwest, which means cold air is coming down throughout the state. We have 12 miles per hour in Ames and a bit windier as we go towards Cedar Rapids. And you're probably wondering, well, what is causing those northerly winds? Well, we have a high pressure system positioned just west of Iowa, which is bringing that cold air from north to south. And looking at our cloud cover situation for the next few days, Tuesday morning we're looking to clear up, and then clouds dominate the entire state of Iowa all day Tuesday and the entire day Wednesday as well. So you're probably wondering, how much snow are those clouds going to generate? Well, not very much. Across central Iowa, zeros, and we have just a little bit, trace amounts of snow, Council Bluffs and in Creston. And then splitting up the state into quadrants, looking at our zone cast, most of these cities are sitting around 0 degrees, maybe a little bit warmer in some places and just a few degrees colder in some other places. But do keep in mind, those are just the ambient temperatures. Feels like is going to be much colder. Looking at the week ahead, we have some cold temperatures like stated, 2 degrees, 5 degrees as the high going into the next couple of days. And then we start to warm up. And then in the weekend, 30 degrees, and then we're above average on Sunday, and next week we are looking to warm up.
Thank you, Stefan, for that forecast. And now for our trivia question answer. The coldest temperature recorded in Ames, Iowa is A, negative 33 degrees, B, negative 37 degrees, C, negative 39 degrees, or D, negative 35 degrees. So what do you guys think?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I've only been living in central Iowa for, I think, 4 years, which that should mean I should know what's going on. But I think I'm just going to say B because it looks right. I have no idea. What do you think, Stefan?
So for me personally, I'm from Minnesota, and I feel like Iowa's temperatures don't get as cold as Minnesota, so I'm going to go with the highest temperature, negative 33 degrees.
And the answer is B, negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit. This was recorded on Thursday, January 25th, 1894.
I actually didn't even know what that answer was, so I feel so proud of myself right now. Sorry, Stefan.
Okay.
And that concludes tonight's show. Be sure to follow us on X/Twitter, and you can find all of our shows on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful night. Dang. Good work.